the army of Helaman, or the 2,000 Stripling Warriors. The 2,000 Stripling Warriors, also known as the Army of Helaman, make up one of the most faith-promoting stories utilized from the Book of Mormon in LDS curriculum within every congregation in the church. The Army of Helaman is made up of a group of around 2,000 adolescent males. According to the narrative, these young warriors were descendants of layman night converts to the teachings of the prophet Alma. Despite their apparent lack of battle experience, they displayed remarkable courage and loyalty in defending their people against enemy forces. The story recounts their miraculous survival and multiple engagements, during which every one of them had sustained injuries but emerged unscathed, symbolizing faith, bravery, and divine protection within LDS theology. The tale of the 2,000 Stripling Warriors, also known as the Army of Helaman, indeed presents a challenging narrative to reconcile with historical plausibility, as recounted in the Book of Mormon. These young warriors, despite their lack of battle experience and the odds stacked against them, emerged unscathed from multiple engagements with seasoned adversaries. Let's delve into the various aspects of this narrative that strain credulity. Firstly, the sheer improbability of 2,000 inexperienced youths facing battle-hardened opponents and emerging victorious without any casualties is difficult to fathom. Warfare in ancient times was a brutal and deadly affair, with injuries and fatalities being commonplace, especially among those with minimal combat training. The idea that not a single life was lost among the Stripling Warriors strains the bounds of reason. Moreover, the injuries sustained by these warriors, as described in the Book of Mormon, further challenge the narrative's plausibility. The text mentions that all 2,000 had been wounded, with 200 of them fainting due to blood loss in ancient warfare. Even minor wounds carried a significant risk of infection. Given the limited medical technology and rudimentary hygiene practices of the time, without access to modern medical care, the likelihood of infections, gangrene, and ultimately death from untreated wounds would have been high, especially considering the primitive conditions in which these battles purportedly took place. Additionally, the absence of any mention of medical treatment or care for the wounded warriors in the narrative adds to its implausibility. In real-world military engagements, tending to the wounded and providing medical assistance is a crucial aspect of battlefield logistics. The notion that none of the Stripling Warriors succumbed to their injuries without any medical intervention strains credibility. While the Book of Mormon is considered scripture by Latter-day Saints, its historical accuracy has been a subject of debate among scholars and researchers, particularly regarding events and civilizations described therein. In conclusion, the tale of the 2,000 Stripling Warriors presents numerous challenges from a historical and logical perspective. The improbable nature of their military feats, coupled with the absence of realistic medical outcomes, calls into question the credibility of this narrative as a factual account of ancient warfare. While it may hold symbolic significance within LDS theology, approaching it as a literal historical event requires considerable suspension of disbelief.